well, welcome back. We are in our third installment on the Chinese portal theory, and what I'm here to prove is that the travel part from the world of China to America is through the portal that you find inside of the Great Wall of China pictures. Hi, I'm doing a study on the Chinese portal theory of how you travel through and from China to America.
The wall, Great Wall.
I'm just trying to let our viewers know that that this is how you travel through. Is this true?
Yeah.
Wow.
You know the Great Wall, that is 4,000 mile long, across the 13 provinces of China on the law.
Right.
And then that is situated 2,050 years ago.
So what you're saying is that you go back and forth through this portal, and they stay separate. The Chinese people stay separate from those that are in this country from your country?
Separate outside the country. They don't let outside the country into the China.
So how long have the Chinese been traveling to America these days?
2000, Right now it's 2,050 years already.
Okay.
That's before century, 50 years. 50 before century.
So where do you start to enter into this Chinese traveling portal to get to all of these Chinese restaurants here in America?
Beginning in the Shandong, just near the Beijing. Near Beijing. And then cross the north of China.
I see.
And then keep going west of China.
Yeah, that's a big portal. When have you been coming through the portal? You know, when have you been coming through the traveling portal from China to America?
I'm from China.
Right. So
yes. I'm come from China about 20 years ago, more than. Yeah, like 1989.
When did your wife start using the portal? When did she start coming?
2008.
Well, it's been interesting, and thank you for for solving this mystery about Chinese people not living in America, but they actually travel through the Chinese portal to get back and forth to here in America. Thank you very much. Okay. That's good.
Nice talking to you.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Thank you.
Okay, because my theory, again, is that you never see Chinese people leave the restaurants. You know, when they show up, they're in there. When they leave, you don't see them walk out. And I believe that my theory of the Chinese portal theory through the picture of the Great Wall will come to fruition and is true. What I'm going to do is I'm going to stop a couple of people, and I'm going to get their take on it, and we'll see what... here's a fellow here. Hey, excuse me, come here. I need to ask you just a question. Yeah. What's your name? Okay. Have you ever heard of the Chinese portal theory?
No, man, I don't think I have.
Well, speak up to the camera.
What is that?
Okay, well, the Chinese portal theory is a theory that I have. The Chinese people, they don't live here. They come through China, through the Great Wall picture. You ever notice that in the restaurant? You see the Great Wall picture? They come through that, and they appear in the restaurant. And then when they're done at the end of the day, they go right back through that, back to China, through the portal. Because you never see them in any grocery stores, you never see them in convenience stores, you never see them out getting gas, and you never see them leave this building. Watch, we'll stand here and we'll see if they come out. See, they're not coming out. Okay, so, with that, I believe the theory is correct. They could travel through the portal and people out. Anything on that?
Yeah, man, whatever, man. You must be out of your mind.
Obviously somebody who's a little disgruntled, a little more on the left side, thinking that I'm coming on it, but I'm not trying to be offensive. Okay, here's a guy. He's, come over here, sir, come over here. Yeah, you seem to know, my theory is, first of all, what's your name?
My name is Blake.
Your name is Blake?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I'm trying to prove a theory scientifically that I believe that it's a Chinese portal which transports the Chinese people through them to these restaurants. That is why they're in the restaurants, but they never leave or enter. So I believe that my theory is through these great wall pictures that you see on the walls in all of the Chinese restaurants. Do you have any take on that? Because you seem to be a very studious person, a man of the sciences.
Well, the only way that I can think that's possible is that the Earth has a center of gravity. So for one to travel from a portal to another portal to the opposite end of the Earth would require enough to push one through a secret portal through the Earth to bypass the pull of gravity and to force them across the Earth into the other opposite end of the Earth.
Well, to me it sounds like you're describing the lower intensity. Well, we won't go about that right now. Let's go on, please.
You would have to have enough force, a wind tunnel or a rope or something to pull one through the Earth.
Now you're saying forces through wind tunnels, and it still sounds like you're talking about a cold. But, well, go ahead. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Maybe you can use a teleportation device in which there's a pod inside. And if you look at the gravitational pull of the proton magnetic force field, do a bunch of equations, maybe you can force your way to teleport yourself from one spot to another without a tunnel. However, your body may end up in lots of atoms and different particles, and you have to reconstruct that with a very advanced computer.
Thank you very much, sir, for that layman's terms of your theory on the Chinese portal theory. Thank you for coming by.
Well,
thank you. Okay. Now, as you see, you've got both the natural man's thoughts and the science man's thoughts, which still kind of backs up my teaching of the Chinese wall picture being the portal in which the Chinese people who work at these restaurants and these buffets actually travel through. Now, join us next time on our series when we're going to be covering. You see these cages? You see these Coke machines? Why are they locked in cages? It's because you've seen Transformers. You saw Transformers. You can rent it at your local video store. They're real. They're real, folks. They exist. Why do you think it's in a cage? If this baby was to unleash on us, it'd be deadly. That is my theory. Whenever you drive by and you see another one of these machines behind these bars, ask yourself,